What's up, everybody? Thanks for taking your time to watch this video. Just before we start, I'd like to remind everyone that we're going to be doing a E3 2017 live stream here on youtube.com/hapticintel, as well as over at twitch.tv/hapticintel. On your screen, you can see the schedule. We're going to be coming at you about an hour before each conference starts, as well as doing a little wrap-up afterwards. But you can watch our live reactions during those conferences. You can interact with us, and we can have a great time. So make sure you subscribe here, hit the little notification bell, and go follow us on twitch.tv/hapticintel for all the E3 goodies. And now, please enjoy this E3 2017 predictions video.
So the next conference is Xbox's conference, Microsoft's conference. And this is going to be a big conference. So we're going to, I mean, you'd think that Crackdown's going to be on stage. That's not confirmed, but you would think that it's got to be on stage.
Here, yeah.
It wasn't there last year, but it was there the year before. That game's got to be close to being done.
If it's not there, then
it's dead.
Well, it's almost vaporware already.
Yeah.
But if it's not there, then like, what the fuck's going on with it? Like,
it's either dead or it's going to be there.
It's completely remade from the ground up.
Yeah. So Crackdown 3, I'm thinking that State of Decay 2, that's heavily rumored that it's going to be there as well.
I think
apparently
the developers
running on Scorpio.
Yeah.
Sea of Thieves, I think they talked about is
it's
actually be there.
It's confirmed that they're going to be at E3. I got an email about it.
But the big thing obviously is going to be Scorpio. And I think they're going to showcase it. They're going to give us a release date and a price and that's
a name. Or do you think they just? There's no way they keep it Scorpio, right?
No, because
that would be
Project
ballsy,
Scorpio.
I
mean, maybe they do, but a name, a price,
Xbox 2.
a name and price and
showcase. I have a name prediction. We'll get to that.
I'm sure they'll continuously show out like how powerful it is,
and
then show games running on it.
Yeah. So my thing, my prediction for it is like they're gonna say that up front, every game we show running on Scorpio.
Yeah.
There's going to be, I think, a new Forza 7. I guess we'll transition to a couple of what I have. Yeah. And that's going to show off, it's going to be 4K, native 4K, 60 frames per second. Like, you want to show off graphics, you show a racing game, you know?
Of course.
And with Gran Turismo, like, being fucking gone for years from Sony, like, this is, like, the premier racing franchise now, I think, is Forza. Mm-hmm. So I think there's going to be, like, a lot to show with that, I think. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know if did you have any other items? I have a really detailed list.
You can keep going. I really don't have much else.
All right, so I'm just going to start rattling some stuff off. Yeah. Sea of Thieves. Now, Brett, you were in the alpha, right? That's what they were.
I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about it, but yeah, I was.
Well, I'm not going to ask any details, but it was the alpha, right? Mm-hmm. So my prediction: an open beta shadow drop. Shadow drop being today. Mm-hmm. Download it.
Yeah, interesting because they're actually doing testing tomorrow.
Okay.
And they're not inviting any new players.
Okay.
The last couple of sessions they've done, they're not inviting any new players. So you might be onto something there.
Okay. And I'm saying it's going to come out in 2017. I know some people I've listened to are like skeptical because we haven't heard about it, but you've been in the alpha and you've seen like
it's a game.
Yeah, it's there and there's still time left. So I think it's going to be a holiday game.
They're still adding features. There's a lot of features that are absent, and there's a lot of featers that they're...
Yeah, they're going to roll out.
There's Payback. Need for Speed Payback. Did we say that?
Okay, yeah.
I'm sorry, that's late. But
no, it's okay.
Yeah. But yeah, Sea of Thieves, I can see it coming out holiday or something. Yeah. 2017.
So Crackdown 3 I have, and I have power in all caps of the Scorpio. Yeah. So if you remember when they showed it, I think it was Gamescom a couple years ago, they had the thing about the destructive city, everything you can destroy. It was multiplayer only, and they were like, the power of the cloud, of cloud processing, and everyone's like, what is that? Like, this sounds like a gimmick, and like, this is Microsoft PR speak. Right. Which it probably is. I don't see how you can offload processing to the cloud. I don't have any idea how that would work, but I think that's going to have like an on-stage demo, and I'm saying 2017 for that too, because I think this conference, like, out of the three publishers, I think Microsoft has, like, the most to gain here, honestly. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We know Nintendo just released a Switch, which we, again, haven't been able to talk about. 2 or 3 of us own one, and there's a lot of hype around that. But, I think they're marketing the Scorpio, like, correctly. They released the specs out front to your Digital Foundry, which are, like, the king of, like, the spec analysis and stuff like that. And so now they can talk about, like, how those specs are, like, those numbers are, like, put into something that you can see.
Right. So let me ask you this. Do you think Scorpio's coming this year?
Yeah. Well, if they miss the year, then that's something fucked up.
Yeah.
I think there's no way that's not. Gonna...
Yeah, I think we're gonna get a holiday.
Yeah, I could see
probably like October, November. I could see.
Yeah.
So do you think Crackdown could maybe release with?
Oh, yeah, I think that could happen. Yeah.
That State of Decay 2.
They need a solid new game to come out because they're really
Forza.
Yeah, because like we've seen these games like Phantom Dust, Scalebound get canceled, and there's these new IPs that like they, shit like happens during the development process, and they have to cancel these games. So like, there's a lot of like guessing on our end. I think of like what they're going to actually show there.
Yeah.
But that also makes it interesting and ripe for surprises. So let me just rattle this off real quick. I have Halo Blue Team. So if you played Halo 5,
right?
The two Josh and I did.
Yeah.
That game's story is fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Because you didn't play as Master Chief, which is known.
Well,
he's in this blue team.
You hardly play as Master Chief.
Yeah, you barely.
I mean, you do. His suit's made out of paper fucking mache.
Yeah, it's not very good. But I think it's gonna be like an ODST like short campaign thing, and I think
because Halo 343 did say that Halo 6 was not going. They're not showing it.
And they said no Halo 3 anniversary, which I think was like a predictable thing. Like it's gonna be 10 years since Halo 3 launched.
Yeah.
Like have it native 4K 60 on the Scorpio, do like all this shit, but they've reiterated constantly, unless they're just lying, that Halo 3 anniversary does not exist.
Yeah.
So I'm saying it'd be like a small, like it might even have Halo 5, like ODST is Halo 3 ODST, so it might have that Halo 5 label and like show like more of the Chief and his team's perspective of that Halo 5 story about.
That would be a good
honestly,
idea.
can't even fucking describe it to you, but like
it probably wouldn't be that hard to make it either. They already have all the resources.
Yeah, like the engine's obviously there. Like that's what they did with Halo 3, and
Yeah.
that was like such a different Halo, and it was like really cool, and I really liked that game a lot. So
I don't know. I almost hope that like 343 is lying and like they will show Halo 6.
yeah, I mean they could be blatantly lying and do that. Remember Halo 5, the teaser Chief with like the cloak in the desert?
Yeah.
That never happened in the game, by the way.
No.
That literally
Not even
irrelevant.
Not even related.
Maybe there's like cut content and they're just gonna turn that into what you're saying.
Yeah.
You know?
That could be interesting. Let me go real quick here. Ori and the Blind Forest sequel, this Will of the Wisps was like some trademark thing was shown a while back. I think they might tease that. So we'll see if they... I don't know if they do a demo for like an indie game like that, but they've done that in the past with like We Happy Few have that indie spotlight. So.
Yeah.
All right, here we go. We're going back to Vaporware, Borderline Vaporware, Cuphead and Below. Two indie games that I fucking want real bad. And they've been shown for like 3 or 4 E3s in a row and nothing. So I'm saying both in 2017, and one of them's going to be a shadow drop. One of them's going to be out today.
It's got to.
And I'm leaning towards Cuphead.
Yeah, it's got to be Cuphead.
Because I think Cuphead has more hype around it because of the unique art style.
Yeah.
And there's these brothers doing it. There's kind of like a persona of them there.
You mentioned Borderlands, right?
Yeah, I have some third-party like guesses of games.
Yeah. I mean, Borderlands could be an Xbox, PlayStation, or the PC conference.
Yeah,
like it could be at any of them.
Yeah,
and I don't care about that game.
Well, I'll tell you what.
All right, go ahead.
Randy Pitchford,
you're bad.
Well, I hope he doesn't come on stage, but I feel like it could be a teaser because right now the only big third-party game that like Microsoft has the marketing deal for is the Shadow of War, the Shadow of Mordor sequel, Lord of the Rings game. So I think that's definitely going to be there. Yeah, I think that'll definitely be there because Warner Brothers doesn't have a conference.
Yeah,
and it just got delayed, so they could show some more stuff.
Yeah, and so these are a couple unannounced games. You already mentioned Borderlands 3, I think, because I think that's probably a really big game on the 360. I know for sure I played 1 and 2 a hell of a lot back in the Generations days.
Yeah.
I have here Rocksteady's new game, which is either like the Superman or Justice League game.
Oh.
Because I think what happened is like WB Montreal was doing the Batman Beyond game, or the Damian Wayne, but like that apparently got a rewrite. And what I would have said that would have been in Microsoft's, but now I don't think it will because like
I forgot about the Damian
supposedly
Wayne.
Drazen Schreier from Kotaku, who like knows this shit, said recently, like replied to someone on Twitter a month and a half ago or something that like, yeah, this game's like taking a like they're changing stuff to the game, so it's probably not in a state that's ready to show. Let's see here.
That would be my stomach. Yeah.
Go.
Real quick, what if the Scorpio? If they do give like a price point for the Scorpio, what do you think it could be?
Oh, I have. That's my last bullet point. I'll get to, but if you want to if you want to say it now.
Yeah, go ahead.
All right, so
What's the name?
I've got a name, exact date, and a price range. Now I'm saying price range. All right, so here we go.
Let's
The
go.
name Xbox One X, and I'm there's a rumor about that before. I have no idea if it's true. It's probably not, but I think it's going to have that Xbox One branding because it is in the end just like a PS4 Pro. It's going to have that name still. It's just an upgraded thing, and they already used S, so. I don't think they've used Elite before with the Elite controller. I think that would like confuse people.
Yeah.
So I'm throwing X as the letter they have.
They've also done the Xbox 360E. If you remember that.
Yeah, that was like a slimmed down version. So I feel like X because it's Xbox. Like X is like
I don't know. I feel like they might
hefty.
I feel like they might drop the Xbox One name.
I feel like they
That'd
don't want to confuse. Like this plays all your Xbox One stuff. You know.
I guess.
And everything that's playable on the Xbox One Scorpio would be playable.
Yeah,
on the
it's
Xbox.
playable on my 1S that I have,
Yeah.
or anyone's regular one, or anything like that. So my price range, I'm not confident in this at all, but I'm doing it anyway because fuck it. $449 to $499. So I'm going high on this.
I think $499.
Yeah, I think 500,
And
around 500.
So the
sounds about
SKUs I have, there's a 1 terabyte, which is what they confirmed, Digital Foundry, but I'm saying the 2 terabyte is $499.
I can see it.
And so the $449 is 1 terabyte basic model, $449 2 terabyte Scorpio or Xbox One X, and I picked November 17th, 2017, the Friday before Black Friday weekend. I think. I don't know. November 17th sounds like a good day, so that's what I picked.
I think it might come out a little earlier than that.
Yeah, it could be like first week in November, maybe. I'm saying November. November's the month I'm locking it in on. Yeah,
All right.
lock that shit in.
Damn, you did your research. It sounds like.
Yeah, well, I went because I think this is a big conference and there's a lot.
Yeah.
There's a lot to guess because we don't know what's going to be there.
This is my first.
Microsoft has the most to gain, I feel like.
Yeah, I agree.
This is my first Xbox conference where I actually have an Xbox.
Yeah, same here.
Something to look forward to now.
And one other thing I have, they've alluded to VR deals in the past, so I feel like they're going to show. Well, I don't know
Oculus
whether.
thing?
Yeah, there's Oculus. They have something with Vive as well, but so what I'm going to predict is like a Bethesda product in VR because Bethesda's talked about that. We're going to get to them in probably a minute or actually. Yeah. They've said Doom and Fallout 4 VR are like things that they want. So I feel like they can show a small tidbit of one of them running on. I'm not going to say Microsoft's making their own headset. I'm going to say it's. I don't know whether Oculus or Vive though, because like there's this feud with Bethesda and Oculus over like John Carmack and shit.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I'll say I don't know. There's going to be a VR headset. There's going to be something with VR there.
I think it's smart.
Probably. Go ahead.
I was gonna say I think it's smart that you're bringing up the point that they're not making their own headset.
I don't think so.
That's very important.
They have like the HoloLens.
Right.
They've said it's not a gaming device. They've said because it's way more expensive. And they do have this weird cheap one I saw, but it's not a gaming VR headset. It doesn't look like it.
Yeah.
They're very smart for doing that.
Yeah, invest in your software. That's what they are as a company. Oh, and the moonshot I didn't write on here, but OG Xbox backward compatibility, and fucking say anything on Xbox you can play on anywhere. And I want to say eventually it'll spread to Windows 10 too, like 360 and Xbox One, Xbox regular games. If you own them there, you own them on Windows 10, and they just have that entire ecosystem like joined together.
I actually just heard today that there's going to be a big backwards compatible announcement at E3, apparently, of some sort. It's going to have a heavy presence there, they said.
You know, I feel like most of the games that people would want are on
OG.
Oh yeah, or the 360 games are on Xbox One already. All the big ones like the Call of Duties are on there.
I think I read a statistic.
Red Dead, GTA.
I read a statistic that said like only 30% of the Xbox 360 library is backwards compatible or something like that.
Yeah, but like there's a lot of probably like shovelware amongst that too.
Yeah,
And the big games that like people want are on there. I feel like so.
Most of them. That's for sure.
Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, Microsoft has a shit ton going on, and I'm excited to watch their conference to be sure.
You mentioned Play Anywhere as well. I think Play Anywhere is going to be a very prominent part of
Oh
this.
yeah, everything. Yeah. Sea of Thieves, Crackdown.
Yeah.
Buy
Forza.
it on Xbox One, you could play it on Windows 10.
Yeah.
Every single game.
Go in that apparently abysmal Windows Store. I've never used it, so.
Yeah. I mean, even Resident Evil 7, which is a third-party game.
Yeah, that was one of them, yeah. Ooh, there might be more of them. Like Shadow of War.
Yeah.
I could see that
Yeah.
having that shit too.
There you
Yeah.
go.